Hi, welcome to Weekly Reflections. I'm Nancy Joy, and it's the first Reflections of 2014. So, 1, 2, 3, here we go. I'm going to begin today by talking about, I have a friend in New York, very conscious man who's pulling together a conscious business program to shapeshift the corporate iconosphere into the new reality, into what we believe in our hearts. And he sent me this line. It's all he sent me. It's just an email, and I opened it up, and he sent me this one line. To get where you want to be, you have to go straight through where you need to be. And that's from Mulit-Dimensional, who is with the Global Consulting Organization. And, you know, it reminded me also, it brought to mind a quote that I use often from an old 80s sci-fi movie. It's called The Adventures of Buckaroo Bonsai Across the Eighth Dimension. And when Buckaroo arrives suddenly in this new frequency, he calls the eighth dimension, it's crazy. And he looks around and he says, well, wherever you go, there you are. And his adventure begins. He steps into that experience. And I think this is what Amit's talking about. We've arrived now in this new frequency, and it's time to step into this experience. We will always be where we need to be, and we're stepping through to integrate and understand this new frequency that we are now creating in. So both these lines seem very applicable to our journey as we head into 2014. 2013 started, I would say, with a big disappointment for many. The 12-12-12 and the 12-21-12. I never really thought there would be an instantaneous boom, there you are, but nevertheless, not only was there not that, it almost felt like going backwards as 2013 started. And I think many people felt that sense of disappointment, and wave of frustration came in. And then 2013 seemed to provide us with opportunities to be patient, to go within, to stay present. It felt to me like we were walking through the muck. Sometimes it felt like walking through mud, sometimes like stepping on glue, sometimes like walking through jello, which was a lot more fun than the other two. But nevertheless, there was this disappointment. We expected to birth the new reality in a heartbeat. We expected the stork to come and drop it in our lap, when in fact, what our learning as awakening light beings is that we need to go through the labor pains to birth our new reality. And so I think we're through most of the labor pains, and I think 2014 is opening up new doorways, and they've already, I think, begun to appear before us. And, just 5 or 6 days ago, I don't remember the exact date, but our sun shifted poles. It does that every 11 years, 11 doorway opportunity. It shift poles. And there's a huge shift. Well, just that was then, say, 2001. Well, think of the shift we've had from 2001 to this solar pole shift. And we were all affected by this, but I think what it did is it shifted out of our complacency. And it's shifting us now. I really feel it's shifting us into action. So, labor pain, some say that there's no need to have any pain in birth, that if you were fully conscious and in bliss, you would have an ecstatic birth. And I don't doubt that. But the thing is, we're not fully conscious, and we're not always in that state of bliss. We're more and more there. We're more and more awakened. We're more and more conscious. What was seconds are now turned to minutes, and what were minutes are now hours, and sometimes whole days we can go in this wonderful state of bliss. So this is lengthening, but nevertheless, there is a process of labor involved. And now you have to take the action. You know how, I don't know, you watch movies of birth. If you've given birth, I have, many of you have, or been the dads and been present for it. You know that finally, after asking you not to push and not to breathe and being in all this pain, all you want to do is push it out of there. Finally, it's the time to push. So we step into 2014. 2014 is everybody shouting at you to push. Stop standing still. Take action, step forward, move through. This is the call. The stork isn't going to drop this golden age into our laps, but we are going to create it very quickly now. It's kind of like, when they have those cards of cartoons and you go slowly through them and a cartoon moves very slowly and then you start flicking them faster and faster and suddenly they can be racing. And I almost feel that that's what we're going to feel by the end of 2014. 2013 saw people with lots of financial and physical challenges. Many people left the earth. There were a lot of condolences, a lot of saying goodbye. A lot of our pets that had stayed with us through those 11-year cycle of the sun shifting poles left. I have a lot of people that were telling me about that. And then the other thing is we ride into 2014 is the Tom Cruise movie, right? Show me the money. Where are the prosperity packages? So many people are living on the edge or moving through their credit card debt, or they can't pay their mortgages. Where is the currency revalue? Where is in the Lord's Prayer where it says, what is it? My mind just went blank with the part about, support us, give us the abundance that we need. Where is all that? And so the labor did have to be painful. And for most of us, it was painful, whether it was emotionally frustrating or actually physically painful. It really doesn't make any difference. But we're almost to the point, and you'll know when it hits, where you're going to hear the voice push, move, and you're going to have to make decisions. You're going to have to be centered in yourself, go within, as we talked about last week, as all these crazy things are happening. But you need to make your conscious decisions. You are the God creators. You are creating this that you're birthing. And so you will need to be centered and be able to respond. You need to move in your experience now. Now, I believe, comes the movement part. So as you approach 2014, know that it's going to be how you handle it, how you feel about it, how you're going to experience it is going to be determined by your choices, your consciousness, and as we said last week, your ability to go in. So it's going to provide many opportunities, and they're going to come at you boom, 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 boom. And it will be about responding to these opportunities. No standing still. We are God creators. This year was disappointing and slow moving and frustrating, but 2014 is going to be fast moving and quick and unfolding. So 1, 2, 3, it's like get ready, get set, go. So enjoy this push of energy, feel it coming, know how you're going to respond. And be Buffalo Bonsai, or I can't remember his name right now, and you're stepping into that new dimension, you're going to have to experience it. And so that's what this is about now. Experience the experience you've been waiting for and forget about the stork. I guess that's putting it pretty simply. So have a great week. I have to say the Egypt trip for March equinox has been reformatted. Gotten a very important message from Ezekiel about it being about recalibrating the old vortexes, which are stuck in that Kabbalistic energy and have been used for those purposes. They're now in the new frequency. They need our awakened help to recalibrate to that frequency. And so those drawn to go, we talked to Amro this morning in Egypt, those who have already signed up, and we need some more. So go within, see if you feel it. I'm going to announce another call with Amro soon, maybe on Skype, so you can see him. And anyone who's interested or even wants to connect with this energy can be on that call. I think it's really an important thing. And then next coming up will be the Sedona trip in May. May 11th to May 16th. More coming about that. And of course, dolphins for summer solstice in Bimini. So lots of opportunity. Have a great week. Be back with you next week. And as always, take care of who you are. Bye now.